She's a primitive Jill. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Hello and welcome to Indefinite Lunch in Infinite Combinations number 164. We're exploring all of the Twilight Zone. Today, we're taking a closer look at the episodes from Season 2, Shadow Play, and The Mind and the Matter. We're really coming up close to the end of Season 2. These are fun ones today. I think next week are the big heavy hitters. I want to thank FKHC 2005. Oh my god, no. For a super chat, a joke that has been happening in the chat. Thanks to James Caserta. First, FKHC 2005 gives me a $2 super chat saying, "Here, enjoy." And that was very nice and sweet, but I was trying to explain to James Caserta that I am only the mother to my children. I am not his mommy. So, and FKHC is playing along too.
Well, remember early on when we were first started streaming and I would do stupid stuff, as I always do, and then you'd get me in trouble, and then I would be like, okay, fine, mom. And you used to get so mad. You're like, I'm not your mom.
Well, I don't know what to play for that, though.
I don't know. Something with Dr. Crusher.
Oh, Dr. Crusher? I got rid of that one. I don't know.
Oh, okay. And that would be kind of weird if it was a mommy clip and then we had Dr. Crusher seducing a Ferengi.
Yeah, that was the one I had. I got rid of it already.
Yeah, totally.
I'll go with this.
Brain and brain! What is brain?
Perfect.
That doesn't make sense either. But at least it's not creepy.
Yes. Oh, there's an episode of Doctor Who. Are you my mommy? It's a bunch of kids wearing gas masks. It's awesome.
Oh, that's a Dr. Seuss book too.
Dr. Seuss, Doctor Who, all these doctors.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bird who the mommy flies away to go get him some food, and he wakes up, he gets born early and is all confused and thinks all the different animals are his mommy.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one.
We're not here to talk about that. Although I do want to say hello to you. Thank you for being here. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it, and I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't sure either, but it's always a pleasure, and I like visiting these episodes.
FKHC 2005 says Horton here is a Doctor Who.
I'd pay good money for that.
Gavin was here first. Don't want to take that from him.
Good work, Gavin.
Yes. And Brogu's just arrived. Hello, Brogu.
Hey, Brogu.
How is your day going today? And Maggie was here at some point. Hopefully he returns. Yeah, see, I was almost going to be alone, and so Gavin was going to help me make sure that I don't mute myself, which is still a danger if Scotty's gone, and I'm like if he goes to smoke, and I could still mute myself even with guests.
Yes, this is true.
So I do appreciate the help with that. And he's off today from work. Hooray!
Nice. 'Tis the freedom.
Entropy Manor's here too. Good morning.
Hey. Good morning wherever you are.
It is time to share my screen. That's our cast list.
Yes.
Sometimes Jill falls asleep. Yeah, but not during the stream, James Caserta. If I fall asleep, I don't start the stream, and you wonder where I am. Brogu's day is going good, especially when I tuned in and you were saying mommy. But first, we're going to talk about Shadow Play. It originally broadcast on May the 5th, 1961. It was written by Charles Beaumont and directed by John Bram. And as FKHC 2005 says, Dennis Weaver is here. Dennis Weaver is playing Adam Grant, but FKHC knows him as Deputy Marshal Sam McLeod.
Absolutely. Oh, McLeod's an awesome show. I remember the opening when he's going down New York, like a New York City street on his horse. Just a small-time sheriff or marshal making his way in the big city. It's a good show. Good show for the 1970s. I actually just recently saw Touch of Evil, where he plays a supporting role as a tweaked out, creepy motel nightman. He calls himself, I'm the Nightman. And but yeah, Touch of Evil, directed by Orson Welles, starring Charlton Heston and Orson Welles, and Janet Leigh.
Liked it. You liked it,
Loved
from
it.
what I heard.
I loved it. I loved it. I love film noir, and that was definitely one of the influential ones. Not a big success when it was released, but definitely came into its own over time. And then also he was in Duel. Steven Spielberg directed television movie about a man terrorized by a tractor trailer, which is also a tense, great movie. If you get the opportunity to check it out, I would highly recommend it. But yeah, Dennis Weaver.
Well, in this episode he plays Adam Grant, and I'd like to say hello to Lemon Pie.
Lemon,
gotta say hi. FKHC says that Dennis Weaver was also in Duel with Steven Spielberg's first film. Oh, wow. Brogu says, when I think of Dennis Weaver, I automatically think of that movie Duel, where he is driving a little car and an 18-wheeler is trying to run him over throughout the desert highway. Oh, damn. That's scary.
But it's also, like, not to get into a complete Duel trivia track, but the spoilers, the destruction of the tractor trailer was actually repurposed at the end of Jaws. So when Jaws gets, sorry about the spoilers, when Jaws gets exploded and he's falling to the ocean floor, it is the sound of the truck crashing.
And it
Duel.
exploded.
And it exploded.
Well, okay. Anyway, Gavin Blackbird says, I love A Touch of Evil, but it's a difficult watch in parts.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
But that's that's part of the reason why I love it.
Lemon Pie says Dennis Weaver was also Chester in Gunsmoke. And Jacob Ironside is also here. Wow, hey, there are a lot of Dennis Weaver fans in the house.
I was surprised to see Dennis in an episode of Twilight Zone. I'm happy. But yeah, Gunsmoke, that was he was asked to be in Touch of Evil, and he was like, I don't really want to. I've already got a TV show. And Charlton Heston was like, shut up, man. You'll be working with Orson Welles. You'll be working with Janet Leigh. This is a big deal. And Dennis Weaver was in a very underrated film, The Gallant Hours, starring James Cagney as William Halsey Jr. Wow. I haven't seen it, but I will write it down.
Yeah, me neither.
It's funny how actors just pop up in like a slew all at the same time. And so I don't know why, but Dennis Weaver has been so far the actor of the year of 2025.
It's also the actor of the first 10 minutes of my live stream, as Gavin says. What is this? The first meeting of the Dennis Weaver Appreciation Society?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, Brogu says he's the greatest of all time. Wow. Yeah, well, this Twilight Zone story, starts in a courtroom, and the jury has just finished deliberating. And so we see what and of note is that the room is all dark, and then it lights up.
Well, and it is like, if you don't know what, and I had never seen this before. This is my first viewing, and just in terms of production design and the cinematography of that, of having the spotlight on Grant and his lawyer, and then house lights rise. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting.
And the judge addresses the jury. The judge is played by Gene Roth. He did a lot of stuff. He was found out because he looks like one of He looked like one of Hitler's henchmen, so that's how his acting career started. Kind of a funny way to get your acting career started.
Yeah.
He was in 7 episodes of The Lone Ranger. And
Hey, Old Man Bird is here.
oh, Captain Video, Mysterious Island, and The Lost Planet. The Lost Planet might be interesting.
Not Captain Video? Captain Video sounds rad.
Yeah, Captain Video sounds good too. Yes, hello, Old Man Bird. I hated Gunsmoke as a kid, but I might enjoy it now. Lemon Pie says, Lemon Pie is part of the Dennis Weaver fan club, and he says, call to order the meeting, everyone. Put on your McCloud hats.
I'm currently just sitting here with my lips pursed and my eyes mashed shut, and I'm just sitting here trying to grow a Dennis Weaver mustache. I know he doesn't have one here, but...
Yeah. Oh, Pete G's here too.
Hey, Pete.
And we reminded Brogu of Dennis Weaver.
What did he say?
He's cursing us. It's been decades since I've thought of Dennis Weaver, and now you guys got me saying that he's the greatest of all time. Damn you, Jill and Scotty. Like Al Pacino said, when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
I can't help it. He's had a storied career, and he has, there are touchstones throughout popular culture. And so it's not very often you get to praise Dennis Weaver. And so I'd say hear, hear.
So please read this dad joke.
PG says, Mick Jagger saw Hugh Hefner beating up Dennis Weaver once. He sang, "Hey, Hugh, get off of McCloud," which is very funny. I like it. The wordplay.
Yes, thank you. So they find Adam Grant guilty of murder in the 1st degree. And he doesn't really want to rise, but his defense attorney helps him get up. And I guess it's kind of a common trope in dreams where you don't want to move and you almost feel like you can't move.
Well, and I'm no dream psychologist, so a lot of my frames of reference come from the movie Inception, but I do enjoy how there are moments when Leonardo DiCaprio is being all Yoda about the nature of dreams, and he's like, "So how did you get here? What were you doing before this?" And it's like, "Oh no, dream logic."
Well, when you're in the dream, you don't often think of your waking life.
And yeah, that's usually a repercussion of waking up.
Speaking of other movies, in the movie Vanilla Sky from 2001, there's a character named David who dreams he's in Times Square. And on the Jumbotron is a clip of this episode.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's rad. That's pretty cool.
Is Vanilla Sky about dreams too? I haven't seen it.
I haven't. I'm familiar with it. I know it's a remake of, I think, a French film, but no, it's an Italian film because Penelope Cruz plays. Well, I guess that doesn't really have any bearing because Penelope Cruz is Spanish, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, no, it's a remake of a movie. It's directed by Cameron Crowe. It's got Tom Cruise, Kurt Russell, Penelope Cruz, and
I forgot the poll, Gavin.
Cameron Diaz. But yeah, I think it does have something to do with being in a coma and reassessing your life and what is real, what is false.
A reassessment of reality. That's good to know.
Yeah. But I've seen a couple of video essays on it saying it's worth a revisit. In fact, watch the original as well. And so
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but still, hey, if watching flicks is my homework, I'm okay with it.
It's true. There's the poll. Thank you for reminding me, Gavin. I completely forgot.
It's a tough call though with this one. Usually I'm quick on the draw. But yeah,
it is tough. I'll have to think about it myself. I really didn't think about the poll. Although I can't vote in it because I made it. Guess who's here? It's Penny.
Penny, what up, yo?
Oh, what? Let me see. Oh, is that Vanilla Sky or what movie is that? Oh wait, or is it?
Yes, that is. Hey, look, and there's the clip in the background. That's great.
Yeah, wow. That is amazing. Thank you, FKHC 2005. And hello to Penny. As I find where I am in this episode. There's the press, and we know his name is Paul.
Paul of the press.
Yes. Played by Wright King. And Adam Grant is going to be put to death by the electric chair. And the press is watching as Adam Grant laughs insanely.
It's all happening again.
And Wright King was in a bunch of westerns and stuff. Speaking of Gunsmoke, he was also in Gunsmoke and other things. Invasion of the I'll name just one movie he was in. Invasion of the Bee Girls from 1973. That sounds like fun.
I am writing that down.
Yeah, so many people were in Gunsmoke. Scotty R37 was in Gunsmoke, even though he wasn't even a zygote yet.
Right, but I was there. I was in the background. Invasion of the Bee Girls.
And so Adam is going crazy. He says, "I won't die again." Oh, what? Huh?
You know that invasion of the Bee Girls?
Yes.
There's a lot of buzz going around that movie. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, there's the dad joke. Oh my goodness. I think I opened the door for dad jokes. There's the poll. That's what she said. There's another one. They're everywhere today now. Maggie, welcome back.
Maggie.
Fry them good. Oh, Sigvaldus's here. Siggy's here.
It's so funny. I was watching this, and there's all this mention of putting to death and electric chairs and the intentional ending of life. And I'm using YouTube speak just to be somewhat ironic, because this was in 1961, and you could say words like an adult, but I got to say unalive him for unaliving someone else, because we're all children cut off at the knees.
Well, he's going to be executed. Why can't
you can't say that, Jill? You can't say that.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
I love the old car tags that say press. Yeah, I like that too.
I like them better when they're in a fedora.
Oh, that's right. He's missing the hat.
Yeah.
And also, he's kind of young, so the hat would mature him a bit.
That's like Jimmy Olsen.
I did, like you said, James Caserta. I closed my eyes, and now I can hear Scotty R37's voice on Anti-Derivative Jill's broadcast. What?
Lowenstein. My name is Weig. Lowenstein.
Bonanza had almost as many guest stars as Gunsmoke, but not quite. Oh, yeah.
When it comes to old TV westerns, I really want to get into Have Gun Will Travel. I've never seen an episode of Have Gun Will Travel.
Oh, me too.
The idea of Paladin. So.
Well, I like any idea of probably having had Gene Roddenberry's touch on it. And I'd like to hear about that.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, happy Gene Roddenberry month.
Yes. Yes, we will be celebrating. So Adam says, he's ranting, basically. He's trying to get out of this. saying that none of this is real. You can't kill him again. And before the whole thing ended, I was like, wait, you can't send somebody to die for the same crime twice. That's double jeopardy. But no, the real reason here, they say it immediately. They don't make you wait. He's saying he's in a dream and that the district attorney needs to stop this before everything is destroyed. The whole world will be destroyed because Adam has created the world, and if he, when he's executed, he wakes up. And I don't know if he wakes up in the middle of the night or how quickly during the night he gets woken up from this nightmare. Just that he has it over and over and over again. Oh, FKHC likes Have Gun Will Travel.
Nice.
Richard Boone had a face like a cliffside. Oh.
Yeah. He reminds me of like Lee Van Cleef or like just a machismo. Like Lee Marvin. Oh my.
Yeah, look at that. He's not happy about this. Is a very strange case where usually when they say, "Oh, it was all a dream," they do it at the very end.
Yeah.
This is one of the first times I've ever seen. It's like this is the beginning of the episode. We're telling you right now, this is a dream. Or at least Adam thinks it's a dream.
Yes.
Also,
And
Dennis Weaver served in World War II as a pilot in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Pilot. Where's Herc 130 when you need him?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder if he ever played a pilot also on TV. Like you said, Touch of Evil, there it is. Also, Alfred Hitchcock presents Insomnia. Ooh, another sleepy time show he was on. Or not sleepy enough, rather.
Yes.
That's great. And then we get the opening narration. Let's see. I'll read the opening narration for this one. I'll give you the closing for this one.
Sounds good.
So, opening narration. Adam Grant, a nondescript kind of man, found guilty of murder and sentenced to the electric chair. Like every other criminal caught in the wheels of justice, he's scared right down to the marrow of his bones. But it isn't prison that scares him. The long, silent nights of waiting, the slow walk to the little room, or even death itself. It's something else that holds Adam Grant in the hot, sweaty grip of fear, something worse than any punishment this world has to offer, something found only in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Gavin says, that man is under Landru's control. Oh, we'll get there, Gavin.
Yeah.
In a minute. And, okay, so sending someone to die twice would be a tad redundant. Well, I mean, it could happen if the first one didn't take hold. Or, like, they did it, but then there was a thunderstorm, and the electricity went out, and there wasn't any charge in the machine. Or
I thought I saw a movie recently where someone was sent to death and they performed the execution, but then they survived. And it was like, well, we performed the execution and they did survive. So technically now they can go. And it was obviously pure fantasy, but
it could happen. Or, oh no, we accidentally put placebo in the lethal injection packet.
Could be like El Fusilado, the guy from the Spanish Civil War who was set to the firing squad, shot, and then he crawled away.
Or another one of those Twilight Zones where the rope
breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, PG said it. In the Old West, if the rope broke, you would be free. That was in a Twilight Zone episode.
Maybe that's the thing I was thinking of. Okay.
Jill's joined the Dennis Weaver fan club. Yeah, if I have, then I have to start watching a whole lot more Dennis Weaver. Yeah, he was a pilot in the Navy. I always have a lookout for whatever they did acting wise, but if they're a veteran, I like seeing that too. He's one talented SOB. And FKT 2005 says Hitchcock, and I thought he show. Landrew, peace and tranquility. These are the ways of Landrew. Red Hour Festival.
Red Hour Festival.
Yes. So there you are. Penny's here saying hi. And we start the episode, and we switch from the courtroom to Death Row. And we've got a whole line of different kinds of prisoners.
Hey, look, it's the last scene from Seinfeld.
Oh, what? They got on death row? That was that bad?
Well, I don't think it was death row, but it's just that long tracking shot down the jail cells.
Yeah, the first prisoner looks crazed. The second one is playing a harmonica. And the third one looks bored. I didn't get a shot of the bored one because now we're just seeing Adam.
Yeah, what's his
name again in a minute?
Jigs. That's it. Yeah, but his back was to the camera. You didn't need a slide for that.
Yeah, he was just leaning against the railing. I was like, he must not be important because he looks bored and aloof. And then he ends up being the main character. Well, the the supporting character in the jail cell.
Yes.
So first, Adam yells at Coley for playing his harmonica, and Coley apologizes. He's like, I didn't know I was bothering anybody. And Adam admits it's his fault. It was because Adam created Coley out of a bad movie he once saw.
Dream Logic. Jeff Pearson too is here. Happy from Rumble of all places. Thank you for thanks for stopping by, Jeff.
Jeff Pearson is also Low Spec Linux Gaming. That's why we get the Penguin.
Well, thank you, Penguin Games.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, the Penguin is the mascot of Linux. And let's see. Well, the reason why Coley has a harmonica is because it's a trope. It's kind of a prisoner trope, and that's why Adam created him. He makes up his dreams from the movies he's seen.
Me too.
And Coley is played by Bernard Hamilton. He was best known as Captain Dobby in Starsky and Hutch. Let's see, what is that? Oh, and he was also a veteran too, Korean War. But here's Jigs. William Edmondson. That's his real name.
And a great supporting actor in this episode.
Yes, he is. And he did a lot of other stuff also.
Did he? Okay.
No, me neither. But he did stuff. I don't know what it was, but he definitely did things. But I think the important thing is that wait a minute. Oh no, wait, that's not what happened. The Flying Nun? Okay, he was in the episode of The Flying Nun. I don't know, whatever else he did. And Bonanza. Another Bonanza. Man. Anyway, Jigs admits that he wonders what it'll be like too before Adam gives an answer, because Adam knows exactly what it's like in this world to be put to death, because it's happened to him lots of times. Well, because Adam's died over and over and over like a bad nightmare.
And referencing hit this guy who's cracked, he's broken, calling for his mother.
Mhm.
A month ago, he was a man. Now, what is he?
Yeah, exactly. Jiggs warns him not to become like Phillips. Phillips is like, Mother, I'm sorry. Don't let them hurt me, Mother.
He needs a Mr. Jangles.
And so Adam Grant tells Jiggs what it's like to be put in the electric chair. And wow, do you want to read this?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's read this one.
I don't know what it is, but sure, I'll play. What do we got?
What do you think? Is that too long?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know what this is, I think. You walk out of your cell, past 2 gray doors, 78 steps to the final door. It's painted green. There's a guard that opens the door for you, and you go into a room. It's tan. It's all tan. There's nothing in it except the chair. It's like a chair you used to sit in when you were a kid. It's hard and solid. They strap your arms and legs. They attach the electrodes. It's funny. They always feel cold to the touch at first. Then they drop the mask. It's musty. It smells like an old sofa. And then you wait. Every muscle tense, straining. Any second. And then you can almost hear it. They pull the switch. I like the split screen in this as well. Like sort of the visualization of his imagination. It's great.
And I didn't time it right because as you said those last words, when you said any second, then you can almost hear it. They pull the switch, and then you hear not the crackle of being electrocuted, but the sizzle of steak cooking in the oven.
Now, have you ever cooked a steak like this?
Yeah. No,
Really?
it is great. You sear it in the pan, so you get a nice sear on it, and then you bake it in the oven. Yeah, I've done that. You've never done that?
I've lazily pan seared a steak, but I've never put it in an oven.
Yes. Yeah, I do pan sear too sometimes. And if you put the cover on, that acts like an oven.
Yes. Trapping the heat. Welcome to Cooking with Jill. Hashtag not your mommy.
Hashtag not your mom. All right, let's see. Even the Twilight Zone can't compare to the horror of someone's mother-in-law. What? I haven't had any bad experiences with mother-in-laws in my life. Yet the guy laying in the prison bed has got his legs open. Please, sir. This is a family show. What?
Agreed.
Grabbing the bars and sticking your face between them is a tropey thing too. Yes. Let's point out all the tropes.
And quite
that's
well.
what makes up. Yeah, that's what makes up his dreams. Are all the tropes. Surprised that isn't a gas chamber being California. Oh.
Well, I think it's iconic. I don't even know like the methods of execution as they rolled out. I know there was hanging, firing squad, there, and then electric chair, and then I don't know when gas chamber and lethal injection started up. These are all questions that I never want to find out.
Yeah, no, I don't know. James Caserta asks, is Adam everyone and everything here, or is this an alien nightmarish play to accuse Grant of murder? There's no aliens. It's a dream. And so, yeah, everyone and everything is Adam. It's all his subconscious.
Well, it is. Yeah, it is the torture of being trapped in the Twilight Zone on a nightly basis.
Gavin Blackburn says, I think the idea of the electric chair is more violent and visceral. Hard to imagine the gas chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes me think of genocide. People
yeah.
killed by the gas chamber and as a method of execution in America. Was that a thing?
I haven't the slightest. But it is like, again, television is a visual medium, and so if you want to show the impending execution, then one of the best way to do that visually is with an electric chair, because a syringe really isn't going to do it as much. An empty room with a little window isn't going to do much.
Oh, I guess there was. Oh, California used it, says Sigvaldison. Okay. I didn't know about that. And Nevada also. Looks like. Wow. Chamber of Farts, says Gavin. Thanks for bringing it back.
There you go.
Anyway, Carol is baking these steaks.
Oh, good to bake the steaks. I'm still gonna harp on that.
No, it's totally fine. As long as you
I
sear it,
guess.
you give it a good sear, you can bake it for the rest of the time.
All right. And she doesn't have any side dishes or anything, so it's just like, what's for dinner, honey? Oh, just a slab of cow.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe she put sides on the side.
Yeah,
Everybody
maybe
knows
it's
how
just
to
a
deal with those.
tossed salad or something. Yeah, sure.
Right. It's in the refrigerator. You
Or
just
the
gotta
ice
add the
box.
dressing.
That's right.
And so Carol answers the door. I was looking her up too. She's played by Ann Barton, and I don't really know her or anything, but one trailer accidentally played that she's in called Pressure Point, and it looks like a freaky movie. It has this little guy stuck in a drain, and a bigger person seems to have decided it might be fun to drown him. It looked crazy. Anyway,
I
drunk
wrote it
man.
down.
I don't know if it's any good. Oh, sorry.
Hey, don't worry about it. I already wrote down the invasion of the bee girls, so
that's all my fault. I take blame.
Yeah, totally.
So Paul shows up. He's friends with Carol's husband, Hank, or Henry.
Yes.
Actually,
Henry
in this episode, I learned that Hank was a nickname for Henry. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was getting confused.
You know what? And as long as we're learning things, the main character, like the dad on King of the Hill, is named Hank Hill, right?
Yes.
And the main character of Goodfellas is named Henry Hill. So is King of the Hill, is that like witness protection for Hank Hill after the events of Goodfellas? New headcanon.
Oh man. Well, what's he, Texan?
No.
Sounds like an Italian thing.
He, as far as he can remember, he always wanted to be a gangster. So I'm pretty sure that's a New York state of mind.
Is Hank Hill a gangster?
Well, Henry Hill is.
Hank Hill is an actual Texan, yes.
Henry Hill is a New Yorker.
Oh wait, there is actually a supposition that Hank Hill was actually born in New York. I forget what it is about. I forgot.
Oh, really? There we go.
I had to go look into it. So
I love when making stuff up turns out to be maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So basically, this episode is all about how the dream characters kind of start to realize they might be in a dream and they might be part of this dream. And so they start having this kind of existential crisis, which is why Paul shows up to his friend Henry's house completely drunk. Half drunk, at least. He's not all that bad, but he's pretty maudlin. And he's like, oh no, everything's going to be destroyed and I'm gonna die, and whatever. He's gonna die.
He's like that detective in The Big Goodbye on Next Generation. It's like, what happens after you leave? Do we exist? I don't know. So he's starting to think when Grant goes, they all go. But I admire Paul's moxie, because he walks in and pours himself a drink of gin and then proceeds to
That's my
drink.
good gin.
And then he pours 4 more. He takes the shot and then he pours 2 more in the glasses and then 2 more in the shot glasses and then just goes and it's not. He doesn't even offer it to anybody else. He's just like, this is mine now. So good on you, Paul.
Yeah, he's a good. Wright King is a good actor because honestly, he didn't understand the episode. He said, I am ashamed to admit I found shadow play obscure. I managed to sort out the characters' lines of thought in my 2 or 3 scenes well enough to satisfy director John Bram. I've seen the show 2 times, and I have yet to make it out. Truly a first for me. I always enjoy working with my good friends Dennis Weaver, Harry Towns, and Ann Barton, who I worked with many times. I've done Gunsmoke with Dennis, King continued. We shot a mini western with his kids and mine on the MGM backlot once. I worked with Towns on a live television from New York at one time. And when I moved the family to California, I moved into a house about 2 blocks away from his. We used to carpool to the studio lots, so we may have carpooled for that episode. And Paul doesn't shut up about this. He continues being morbid, saying it's all going to be over in a few hours. And Carol is fed up with all of this talk about the end of the world, so she decides to leave the situation, telling the men that she lost her appetite and you can take the steak out of the oven in 5 minutes.
Which I think that there was some sort of editing thing going on with this. I don't know if it's supposed to be the same. I guess it's supposed to be the same night, but
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but we'll get there when we do get there.
Yeah.
Also,
but it's a dream. When do dreams make sense?
Yeah, but also like this is also, I've heard arguments and conversations about how can you have a dream where you are dreaming about other characters and you're not there. It's like it isn't the way that your subconscious or your nightmare world works. Is like you're always it's your POV. I've never watched a dream that I was like a secondary player. I am the main character in my dreams all the time, every time.
Most of the time, no, but I have witnessed other things where I'm not a part of it, where I'm not a part of the dream. Yeah. No, and yeah, people always say, "Oh, you can't read in your dreams. You can't see color. You can't do this. You can't do that." I do all the things. The only thing I can't do is actually control the dream.
I've done it a couple times, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I've done a lucid dream like twice, and both times it was like
I'm always out of control.
Well, but it's startling. Like when you realize that you can use your subconscious, your unconscious subconscious as a holodeck, it's like, holy moly, I have control of pop. It's over. You have to maintain a certain level of disbelief and you have to be distant and aloof to be able to control it. And so I've only had one good one and one bad one.
What's this silly nonsense? You can't see your feet in your dreams? Okay, come on. Really?
No, I've seen my feet. But it's like dogs can't look up.
Yes. Utah was the last to use the firing squad, I believe. I was thinking about that, but I couldn't think which state it was. Thank you, PG, for that.
Thanks, Pete.
And oh man, that's
all right.
That's some detail on Sigvaldason describing exactly the chemical makeup of the gas used in California, which we don't have to get into. Wow, that is too much.
How to build your own gas chamber at home.
That's what I was thinking. That's the only reason why I'm not going to read that. But thank you.
$49.99, 3 separate payments, and we'll send you a big dome and a bunch of pellets.
We'll send you nothing. You can read the screen and do it from that if you need to. No, don't do that. Do not do this at home, kids.
Yeah, don't build it yourself.
Or at all.
Or don't do it for others.
Henry or Harold. Yes.
Yeah, but I guess you can call a guy Harold Hank, but it's like Harry is just right there. It makes more sense to call a Harold Harry.
Wait. Yeah, it does make more sense. But James Caserta says, I play a glorified extra in my own life. But no, you're supposed to be the main character. All right. PG
Yeah, I'm like a
says, having
special
book-
guest star.
a recurring special guest star.
Depends on if I've met you before, but I like to, yeah, I'm not, you know how people say like main character syndrome? It's like everything that you think is the most important thing in the world and the entire world revolves around you. I'm not that. But when I show up, I'm like, you know, Q.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
You lucky people. You get me in your show now. I just, yeah, I go from place to place and enliven other people's.
Oh, you meant with regard to other people. Yeah, I'm a side character with regard to other people, but
yeah,
you know, there are moments of solitude where what I am thinking is the most important because I've got to decide what I've got to do on my own.
But even then, even when I am in solitude, thankfully, I know that Santa is watching me when I'm sleeping. He's watching me when I'm awake, and he knows if I've been bad or good. And so that's when I pull my pants back up and say, nope, don't do this in front of Santa.
Okay. Santa or Jesus?
You know, it depends on the day.
Okay. PG says, having a bow tie in someone's dream should be a fashion crime. Yeah.
Two
no,
things.
I don't know. I'm okay with bow ties sometimes.
Well, yeah, two things. Like he is Jimmy Olsen essentially, and also, I like bow ties are cool. I like bow ties. I wouldn't. It's very special occasions that you have to wear them, but sometimes it's fun, and I can tie my own bow tie, which is I was very proud when I discovered that particular set of skills.
Very nice. And hello to DJ Play Nice.
DJ Play Nice.
The crisis center is currently overwhelmed.
Makes sense.
Well, no, I bet you that's not true. You could probably text and it would be fine. Don't tell people they can't find the help.
Oh no, you can totally find help. I'm just saying.
All right, where are we here? Paul's talking about the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. Hank is upset about the fact that his gin is diminishing by the moment.
Yes. And thanks to Harry Towns, we have our Star Trek actor of the day.
Yay!
Yay! He plays Rhaegar in Return of the Archons.
Yes. Are you of the body?
Yes, he plays one of the planet inhabitants who wasn't 100%. He wasn't assimilated or absorbed.
Hmm.
Yeah. He says there was war, convulsions. The world was destroying itself. Landru was our leader. He saw the truth. He changed the world. He took us back to a simple time.
Landru.
A time of peace and tranquility.
I beg your forgiveness, Landru. Please, Landru.
And of course, he was also in Bonanza and Gunsmoke because everybody was in Bonanza and Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
Perry Mason. And the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what role he was in that episode. Oh, Del Fry, a man with the ability to transform into a Hulk-like creature. Oh, neat.
I wonder who they got to play the Hulk. Like, oh, you know what? Oh my stars! I haven't seen enough Incredible Hulk. I probably haven't watched it since I was a kid.
Paul is upset because he's starting to believe Adam's story about having to that Adam's dying repeatedly, and then everybody is just part of his dream. And so Henry admits that every human has thoughts like these. If you're a success, you're bound to think it's a dream. If not, you think it's a nightmare. This only proves that Grant is human. He can't believe what's happening to him, so he's trying to convince himself that it's not really. And then Paul begs Hank to go see Adam to prove it to himself, to see if he believes it too. So Paul's on the case of the mysterious idea of whether or not he exists. So during this episode, we're told from Adam that's a dream, but there is the question of, is it really a dream? Because Henry in particular doesn't believe it's really a dream. He just thinks that Grant can't come to terms with his fate.
But it seems like it, and because we're dealing with dream logic, it just seems as if this was the way that he was sort of acting, and they do have an argument about it. It's like, the man is clearly insane.
Right.
It's like,
that is the ultimate conclusion at the very end. So, since Adam's been through this many times before, he knows to expect Henry's visit. He knows that a district attorney of some sort is going to visit him. It isn't always Henry, but it's always some kind of district attorney who shows up around 9. And Jiggs just thinks all of this is a big joke. He just, at this point on, he just makes fun of everything that's happening. And Adam notices a real problem, that Jiggs shouldn't be wearing a watch. They're not supposed to have them because of the glass in the watch. And so that's Adam realizing there's something wrong with this picture. And then, of course, just as he knew it would happen, Henry shows up to talk to him. And he talks to him about it being a dream. And what does Henry think of that? Just basically, I'm also curious at this point how many nights Adam has had to endure this dream. When did it start?
I want to touch on that once we get to the end of the episode.
We don't know a lot about Adam's psychology. Maybe a traumatic event triggered these nightmares and won't let it go. But since we're in the Twilight Zone, we don't spend any time in his waking world. And I'm okay with that. It's just an episode of a nightmare that's on an endless loop. It works.
Well, and it's a variation on, remember that one guy who was at work and then he went to open the door and then it turned out that his life was a movie set and he was like an alcoholic, philandering actor. And he's like, no, I am a man of business and I love my wife and child. And they're like, you're way too in character.
Yeah, and he's going on an airplane and everything. He's going to go on a trip.
It's kind of the same variation.
That doesn't exist.
And so if you do see his waking life, it would be like oh no, I've been ripped from my real life and now this is the nightmare. But which one is the nightmare? In the Twilight Zone kind of thing.
Yeah. Henry suggests that if Adam knows that this is just a dream, why not just enjoy it? You're going to wake up later. But Adam tells him, you know what happens in dreams when you're hurt? It feels real. And so the pain feels real. So it really feels like he's going through this trauma, this torture every single time. And
well, and also I've never drowned in my dreams. I've been underwater, fearful of drowning, but then I start being able to breathe underwater.
There's only one rule that has stood up to the test of time for me, which is you don't die in your dream. And I always wake up if something occurs. Like if I drive off a cliff, I wake up.
Yeah.
Before I land, or stuff like that.
Well, and I've had like head-on collisions in cars and woke up right as I crashed. There was this group of kids living in my town over on Elm Street, and they had a crazy story.
So Adam starts to panic. Well, he starts getting really worked up. He says, you got to believe me. I can't keep dying. You got to let me out of this, because he's actually talking to somebody who can stop the execution. He can call for a stay of execution to keep him from having to endure the execution. So But then he says, I can prove it to you. Your wife has a steak cooking for you. Go home, look in the oven. It'll be something else. Even though if this were reality, 5 minutes has long passed. Over an hour ago, the steak would be burning the house down at this point.
Well, yes. It is one overdone steak and roast, both. But
yes.
Well, but this is also, again, it's nightmare logic. It's like you have to go there, and then you're there. I mean, it's almost like teleportation.
Right. You, in a dream, you can just think of something, and suddenly the entire dream is completely different.
Meanwhile,
I meant to take that slide out. No, that was a list of everybody's channels that I promote every once in a while.
Oh, nice.
Somebody shows up in the chat. But now I got that automated almost for almost everybody. I will get back to the chat soon, but I accidentally saw this one.
My favorite dream involves Jenny Agutter.
Yes. That's a good dream.
It is a good dream.
So, anyway, Adam was hysterical, and Henry goes away. And so Henry checks the oven, and sure enough, it's now a roast instead of a steak, but that isn't enough for Henry to stop the execution, apparently. Back on death row, Jiggs suggests that Adam tell the story about everything being a dream to the governor, so Adam can get off by reason of insanity. And he tries to prove it to Jiggs that it's a dream by mentioning how being tried and sentenced and the sentence being carried out the same day just doesn't happen, which that makes sense, of course.
Well, unless it's a Cardassian tribunal.
Right. Well, in that case, you were guilty until proven innocent. So or just sometimes in a Cardassian court, you're guilty and you don't even get a chance to prove you're innocent. It's just the trial is just to tell you what's gonna happen to you.
Brogu's got to take off, saying, "Gotta go. Enjoy the rest of the stream and enjoy the rest of your week. This is the way. Bye."
This is the way. Bye, Brogu. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And yeah.
I wonder if dreams can get drunk on imaginary gin.
Yes. Well, apparently. Carol's not feeling very good either. And then Henry and Paul were arguing about why Adam is being executed at midnight. Paul says it's just like the movies, which supports that this is just Adam's dream. Henry counters that maybe the movies are just mirroring reality.
But what if you consider they're not? Well, don't consider that.
Yeah, don't think about that. Yeah, so one of them's in denial and the other one is considering his fate, their fear that he isn't real. And the guards prepare Adam for the chair by cutting the bottoms of his pants.
Which I think is
taunting them.
Like that, I think that totally makes sense in terms of the process of execution, but I don't think that they would do it in this cell because there would be, you don't want to let a guard with scissors into the cell. I don't think. Maybe he probably has a gun, so, or at least a.
Oh, I think you're right. I think that makes sense. It might be safer to do that when he's already strapped up. That's an interesting idea.
But again,
I don't really need to know that.
It's all dream
a bit
logic.
Of research.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, speaking of dream logic, Jiggs is still teasing. You're wasting your time. You're nothing but dreams. You hear that, you screws? Because he's calling them screws.
Yeah, I love it when people call people screws. Shut up, screw.
And so the priest arrives to give Adam his last rites. And Adam refuses the prayer because he's like, we're in a dream. This doesn't matter. And so he actually says, "Hey, I remember you. You were a priest and you died when I was 10 years old." So he's got a lot of old people from his waking life are assigned to different characters in his dream. And the priest finishes by motioning the sign of the cross over Adam. And Jiggs tries to remind Adam that he's asleep. But he's really just poking fun at this point.
Well, Jig should be he should be using this defense. Can't do nothing to me. I'm asleep. I'm crazy as a loon.
Yeah, I think he's getting there. He's getting there. Paul asks, oh wait, we're not there yet. Well, we'll see, because they're gonna start doing the march to the execution room.
Dead man walking.
In lots. Yeah, that's another movie. Did you ever finish the last 30 minutes of that movie?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
The Green Mile. I did see it. I finished the last 30 minutes. I really, really enjoyed it. I have to, and it's unfortunate that I broke it up, but I do have to watch it in all one sitting, and it was really captivating. Frank Darabont, heck of a director, especially when he's adapting them Stephen King's.
Yeah, it's a heart-wrenching movie. And Paul asks Henry for a stay of execution, but Henry doesn't see what good that'll do. But Paul eventually convinces him to do it. And because it's just by reason that Adam is crazy. And it works. It's now midnight, and they're going to kill him when the phone rings. But
well, no, they're going to kill him at midnight, but hopefully the phone call gets through.
Yes.
Just like
so it's midnight
tropes.
But what happens instead is that things start to disappear. The table and the lamp and the phone vanishes. Stuff starts to vanish, and the room darkens. And, I think what happens is that it's too late.
Yeah.
And everything turns to darkness, and the nightmare starts over.
So, this is where I'm like curious. So he gets killed in the dream, and then the dream starts up again. Does that mean after he gets killed, he wakes up, goes about his daily life, comes back to home, does after whatever he does during the day, and then goes back to sleep, and it starts up again, and he is forced to deal with this on a nightly basis? Or is the dream, like, is he in a coma and it's just a rotating last gasp? And again, with the themes of this, of the nightmare that he's having, he obviously feels guilty about something. And because everybody is just a reflection of your own various personality traits in dreams, like, and everybody is trying to either convince him that he's wrong, or in the nick of time, try and rescue him from his own guilt. And so but my biggest thing is that in between the execution and the beginning of the trial, once again, hey, he's a judge now.
Yes. Yeah. Jiggs is now the judge. That's the funny
Does he go
part.
to work?
What?
Does he, like,
yeah,
he gets...
yeah. There's indication throughout the episode that Adams does wake up from this dream. He knows that at the end of the cycle, when he is executed, he'll wake up before he really dies, and he has to experience that every single night. So yes, I do think he wakes up and he does something. We don't know what he does during the day because we know nothing about his waking life.
Oh, he's McCloud, or he fights a giant truck.
He fights a giant truck.
Yeah.
Or he's on Gunsmoke. Okay.
Or maybe he's a nightman in a motel somewhere. Has to deal with Chuck Heston.
Mm-hmm. And then he goes to bed and this happens.
Yeah. No wonder he's so skittish and touch of evil.
Yeah. Paul is now the juror.
Still a bow tie, though.
Yeah, still a bow tie. He didn't stop with the bow tie. And Henry is now the lawyer.
And I think The priest is the district attorney. I don't know who that guy is.
Me neither. I was like, where was he from? I don't remember either. But anyway, he's somebody. And
Grant has to figure it out.
yeah. Unfortunately, Grant is still charged with murder in the first degree. So we've got the closing narration, which I'll put in the private chat for you to read for me right now.
We know that a dream can be real, but whoever thought that reality could be a dream? We exist, of course, but how? In what way? As we believe, as flesh and blood human beings, or are we simply parts of someone's feverish, complicated nightmare? Think about it, and then ask yourself, do you live here, in this country, in this world, or do you live instead in the Twilight Zone?
That's always an interesting question. Are we just a part of somebody's dream? Who is dreaming this right now?
We are the dreamers, and we are the dreamers of the dream. If you want to view paradise. No, this is completely inappropriate, but that's the quote it's from. Dennis Weaver. Big round of applause, everybody. Dennis Weaver.
Yay, Dennis.
Yay.
I learned more about Dennis than I ever thought I would know about him. So Sid Waldison says The Matrix, yes.
It's like a classic simulation argument. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the questioning the nature of reality is always super fun. And as you step aside, I will catch up with the chat. See what you guys are talking about. Lemon Pie says, reminds me of Seymour Skinner's. Steamed hams. Steamed hams. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was roasting in the oven. They said it was a roast, but it could very well have been steamed hams. PG says, under the broiler. And so then we talked about some different kinds of outmoded execution styles today. So far, not exactly the funnest thing to be talking about in the Twilight Zone, but the chat is very knowledgeable on this particular subject, which is very interesting to know. And let's see, PG says Harry Truman, last president to wear a bow tie. Speaking of Harry's, really? The last president to wear a bow tie, meaning no other president since Harry Truman ever wore a bow tie. What? I guess that's a very specific fashion choice. But maybe, yeah, he is considered the last president to wear a bow tie. No way. That's wild. I feel like there had to have been an accidental time. Somebody like, I'm sure maybe. I bet Obama wore a bow tie one time. At least. James Concertus says, help. An accidental bow tie. Well, I mean PG. They looked in their closet. They couldn't find any ties. And then they were like, oh man, I guess I'll just use this bow tie. It's here. Oh, formal wear doesn't count. Okay, so if they're formal, if it's a formal thing, they have to wear the bow tie for fun. And so, yes, okay, I can be down with that. That Truman was the last president to wear a bow tie for fun. Okay, then that's cleared up. Jill made sandwiches. I did. I made one sandwich today. I didn't make multiple sandwiches. But maybe I'll make one tomorrow. Maybe my daughter wants one in her lunchbox. And then I'll make 2 sandwiches. The Incredible Hulk is not a great series, very formulaic. It should have been so much more, says Gavin Blackburn. I never really watched it, but Sigvaldson did and says he enjoyed it. Hulk TV show was exactly like The Fugitive. Main character goes from one place to another on the run. Okay, that's fair enough. Anything without mayonnaise or tomatoes? Well, I usually do put tomatoes, but I can not put the tomatoes in if that's preferred. Humanity is what? James Caserta. Okay, that's a whole nother live stream right there. Waking Life is an awesome film. Link later, says DJ Play Nice. Oh, I accidentally touched upon a film name. Nice. PG says the best dream is being able to fly by jumping into the air. Oh yeah, and then you can fly over into the sky. Or just jump. Sometimes just jumping really high like you're on the moon. That's good enough for me. Gin makes a man mean. Milk and cheese comics, says DJ Plains. PG says Riker definitely bypassed the X-rated filter on the holodeck. Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course. No doubt there. But so did Janeway. So, Groundhog Day riff. DJ Play Nice says, does he wear a cowboy hat or a fedora when he does? Gavin Blackburn says, I'm a real boy. Are men the dreams of the gods, or are gods the dreams of men? Says Peachy, dropping some very deep philosophy. And DJ Play Nice quotes, big country, in a big country dreams stay with you, like a lover's voice cross the mountainside. Sigvaldson says, we are nothing but our eldritch god's mad dreams while he sleeps in sunken Ryla. All he has to do is push a button to cease dreaming and finally waking. James Caserta says, am I a man thinking of a chicken? Or a chicken dreaming of man? Oh, I think that question was asked very recently on a live stream of mine.
Be ashamed of who you are.
Oh, I didn't mean that one. That's a different. That's a completely different clip than the one I meant to play. But since I played it anyway, let's go.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
Big bada boom.
Yeah, big bada boom.
Bada boom.
Bow ties happen, but not often outside formal wear.
I don't know. I am a different breed of cat, so I enjoy wearing a necktie, bow or otherwise.
Hey, Sigvaldson is a member.
6 months Sigvaldson, that's what we call him.
Yay! Thank you, Sigvaldson.
Yes.
Am I
Don't
a
forget
chicken
member
dreaming
streams and invitations to the chat. Thank you for being a member. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But also, there are other ways to support the channel, and Jill does an excellent job at trying to make sure that you feel valued for your support.
Everything Scotty just said, that is a fact. Let us.
Wow, someone clip that. No one ever says that. Everything Scott just said was correct. No one says that.
I just did.
Okay, well then I
true.
see.
It was
Even the
very
stuff
well
I
done.
say is incorrect.
I never got the hang of tying a bow tie. F that, says DJ Play Nice. Yeah.
It's DJ Play Nice. See, I do have a sense of pride in the fact that I can I can tie a bow tie, but the downside is that I never get it really tight enough to look like the wraparounds or the clip-ons, like the ones that you get with a rented tuxedo. Like those look, you're James Bond. But when you actually have to tie one, the ones I tie tend to hang a little off of my neck. They're not as tight as I'd like. And so, yeah, someone clip that because you could probably use that for something else too. There you
go. Why not? So let's move on to the second Twilight Zone episode we will talk about today, called
something
The Mind.
Something a little bit lighter.
The Mind and the Matter. Yes, we will step away from classic execution style and step into more comic booky Thanos styles of execution.
Oh, all right. I didn't know we were going to go full Marvel.
Yeah, basically. Sigvaldison, thank you so much for supporting the channel today. Yay. Jill and Scotty are like the best.
Thanks, Scoob.
Would humanity be better off under Landrew?
No.
No, you need individualism. You need to be able to be free to study different kinds of things and not just be machines and all the anti-communist things that Kirk says at the end of the episode.
Well, and also I want to spread out my red hour so that it's not all concentrated. I think it's better for humanity if I just, drop little bits of festival every now and then. If I did it all at once, no, not a big fan.
Right, because you only have one purging day, and you don't want to just have one day for that.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone walks so slowly. They're all very methodical. I know sometimes messing with the librarian is the best way to go. So F Landrew, I'm with Kirk. I stand with Kirk.
Yeah, exactly. And that was this was one of the first times he takes down the computer. And that's great. One of the greatest things is Kirk taking down a computer.
Yes. Why? You are great. I am great.
Oh, that's a different computer. That
is a different computer. But come on, it's the greatest hits.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then
Jackson Roykirk.
Oh, and that is the change.
You are in error. Let's pay mind to the matter. Are you just scrolling for clips now?
No, I realize I don't have that many clips, but I guess I do have this one. I have, since we did do the changeling, I do think I have those. Where is it?
It's over there, under the couch, next to your keys.
Right? What is it doing over there? I don't know where I put that. Oops. Now I won't see them. I broke everything.
Yeah, well, it's fine. We can fix it. We can make it stronger.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure to find that stuff later. But no, I do. I need to play a clip for Sigvaldison for the $5.
True story. But if I go sifting through the jukebox, it'll mess up your selection.
I bet I'll find it now that I'm not looking for it properly. Oh, what about this?
Yeah.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. and I'm all out of bubblegum.
See, that was Kirk landing and talking to Andrew. That was perfect. That was the clip from Return of the Archons.
I don't have that one anyway.
Risk
No, that was-
is our business. A dream that made Mr. Spock and me brothers.
Yeah. Hells yeah.
Oh, and here's this one.
This unit is different. It is well ordered.
Good for you, Spock.
Where were we? Oh, yeah. The Mind and the Matter.
Yes.
First aired on television sets on May the 12th, 1961. It was written by Rod Serling and directed by Buzz Kulik, who is a recurring Twilight Zone director.
Why don't we have any more people named Buzz? We have Buzz Aldrin.
Mm-hmm. And we have
the director
Buzz
of this
Kulik.
Buzz. Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't met a Buzz in my entire life.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
See, Buzz Lightyear, but never met him.
Yeah, he's not real either.
Damn it.
We start.
No, you can buy him.
Well, you can buy him. Yeah, he's a toy. He's just a toy, and that'll make him sad.
Same as in the movie.
I'll tell him that. Just make sure he is just a toy, but don't let him know that. He doesn't want to.
I'm derailing. Let's get into the episode.
He gets into a major existential crisis.
About
We
the
start
damn
in a
Buzz.
commute subway train, and our protagonist is not very happy. He's squeezed like a sardine, being tossed back and forth. We get straight into the opening narration, which leads from Archibald going from the crowded subway to a crowded elevator.
Looks like an episode of Mad Men.
Let's see. I had some stuff here from one of the books, but I don't know if I want to. Oh, there was somebody else who was supposed to get this role, but they were busy.
Who was supposed to get it?
William Morris Agency. Whoever William Morris was. Or Joey? Joey Bishop. Joey Bishop was supposed to get it.
Oh, Joey Bishop in this role would have been great. But I do have to give, shout out to Shelley Berman. Shelley Berman, prolific American humorist, teacher of comedy, comedic actor, gold records for his stand-up comedy, played Larry David's dad in Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm not just reading these, although I did read them earlier, so I have a pretty good memory. He was the judge in Meet the Fockers, I think.
Okay, cool.
He's been prolific in television primarily, and yeah, I am curious to learn more about Shelley Berman, but I want to give him as much credit as we gave Dennis Weaver, simply because Dennis Weaver is not necessarily a mainstream actor. Like, I know he's a legend among some circles, but if you went and told someone who was 30 about McLeod, they would look at you like you were crazy. Who the hell is this Dennis Weaver? And same thing with Shelley Berman.
Or even 40. I had no idea.
Yeah, there you go. See?
So, but also, Berman was also in the Navy, much like Dennis Weaver, during World War II. It doesn't say he was a pilot, though, but he served in the Navy.
And he sailed the 7 seas.
Yeah.
In the Navy.
And all those things that Scotty said, and also CSI New York and Hawaii Five-0.
I was in a CSI New York.
That one's more possible than you being in a Gunsmoke.
I was in a Gunsmoke. Why do you doubt me?
Okay, so I think you read the opening narration for this one, and I'll read the closing.
Alrighty, Root. A brief, if frenetic, introduction to Mr. Archibald Beechcroft, a child of the 20th century, a product of the population explosion, and one of the inheritors of the legacy of progress. Mr. Beechcroft again. This time, Act 2 of his daily battle for survival. And in just a moment, our hero will begin his personal one-man rebellion against the mechanics of his age. And to do so, he will enlist certain aids only available in the Twilight Zone.
Yes. So after that harrowing experience of being squished in the subway and squished in the elevator, Archibald, his name is Archibald Beechcroft. He makes it to
Yes.
the office. I think part of Archibald's problem is that his name is Archibald.
Well, no, he also doesn't drink and people don't call him Archie. That's his two problems. He should drink and he should let people call him Archie.
Yeah, people should call him Archie. That would make things a lot easier.
Like, he is the one who's keeping... Let's get into the story of Archie.
Okay. No, I know, but I like analyzing his character more. We're
Me too.
Okay, so we're at his office and the kid with a lot of coffees spills coffee all over his suit. And he apologizes. Oh wait, his name's Henry, right?
Sure. I just want to call him Jimmy Olsen. There's two Jimmy Olsens in a row here.
So Beechcroft finally makes it to his desk, but he has such a migraine. And so I'm suspecting that what he takes is aspirin.
Let's
And
hope.
he goes to the bathroom. Well, I have no idea. Nobody told me. But he takes 2 of them. He pulls 4 of them out, but puts 2 back.
Could be Tums.
Oh, Tums?
Just want to say welcome to Greek Letters.
Oh, hi, Greek Letters. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on in the chat.
Yeah,
We'll
he
get
just
back to
he
that
missed
for a
the
minute.
fact. Yeah, I sang in the Navy and he used all caps.
But no, I thought that was fine because it's not like he sang the whole song.
No.
Single, double Windsor, no problem. But bow tie? Yeah.
Yeah, it is a tough one. It's a tough knot to handle. I find that my hands cramp up when I'm trying to, get all the stuff done. And that's why I don't get it tight enough. Maybe I just have a shitty bow tie.
His takedown of M5 was great. It was a twofer. Yeah,
Hell
right. It was. And what are you buzzing about? Hello, Greek Letters. Yes. Buzz R37.
Oh, man. I don't think I'm
Buzz?
cool enough to pull off the name Buzz.
Buzz is short for Busby.
Never met one of those either. Never. But thank you, DJ Play Nice. I didn't know it was a short form. Although I should have figured that out.
If Scotty starts singing in the Navy by Village People, I'm calling for an airstrike. No, I'm thinking about joining the YMCA as my gym because they have a full gym and a swimming pool. So
Well, you can't.
That might be a thing.
You can't join the YMCA because
Why
it's
not?
the young male Christians of America.
Christian? What?
Yeah, that's what the YMCA stands for, Young Christian Males
that
of
does.
America or Association.
Yeah, but it's not exclusive anymore, Scotty.
Then
I
the
don't know when that
acronym makes no
stopped.
sense. I guess that's why they just call it the Y now. And it's like,
Yeah.
why? Yeah, that's pretty much when I think of going there. I'm like, why?
Yeah, because I could sign up my whole family there for not a bad price.
Well, you can get everything that you will enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys down at the YMCA.
Yes. Exactly.
Anyway.
There was a YMCA in my town when I was a kid. Yeah.
And did they have pools? Like, they had swimming pools.
Young Men's Christian Association, which in the 70s
Right.
definitely meant something different.
So, yes. That's been our Village People tribute. That is So the first
Yes,
thing
now
we
we're
paid
going
most
back to the
attention,
Twilight Zone.
the first thing we paid most attention to was the Twilight Zone. The second most important thing we talked about was Dennis Weaver, and now it's the Village People. Thank you for being our musical guest.
So Beechcroft is just upset. So he goes to the restroom. He goes to the bathroom. Someone comes in and says that he doesn't look too well. It's Mr. Rogers. It's his boss, and he's concerned.
Everyone knew it. They were, yeah. No, when you saw him and he said Mr. Rogers, like it is forever tainted in the best possible way. Is that it's very difficult to, with a straight face, refer to someone as being Mr. Rogers now in post Mr. Rogers world. It's like, you're not Mr. Rogers. Good try.
He's not the Mr. Rogers. He's just a Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, that's fair enough. This one sucks.
This one is, well, but he's not. He's well intentioned.
Hashtag not my Mr. Rogers.
He's concerned about Archibald's health. Oh, you know what? We're gonna start the trend of calling Archibald Archie. Mr. Rogers is concerned with Archie's health, and he gives him some advice. He even says you got to eat your greens, your leafy vegetables, which isn't bad advice.
This is like the 1960s Mr. T. Exercise, eat your greens. Except, whiter.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes no, like, I don't know. Is it just because he's showing a exceedingly, yeah, I guess it is. He's just, his blood pressure is high. He's got a high level of anxiety. He's freaking out because he had to take public transportation.
Right. And he does. He explains it. He explains why he's in the bathroom, why he had to take whatever medicine he took, why he seems tired and sick. It is because of being jammed into the subway and the elevator like a herd of cattle and having to work in that cacophonous din that you call an office. Always get jostled, always get shoved, always get pushed around.
My solution is end the population of Earth except me.
Yes.
What
I got that right here.
Okay. Yeah, you want to read it? Can you read it?
He's a jerk. He is a jerk. He's the evil version of there
was time now.
Yes.
If I had my way, here's how I'd fix the universe. I'd eliminate the people.
Yeah.
Wow.
All the people.
All of the who snuck everywhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
But still, you know what? And this guy is such a curmudgeon. I was getting sort of Walter Matthau vibes off of him. So he was a charming curmudgeon. And then it did help when he got like a guardian angel in his own conscience showing up. But I really enjoyed this performance. I thought it was endearing in its nastiness. And it isn't even nastiness. It's not malevolence. It's almost like I would like to tidy this planet up. And the best way to do that is to get rid of the people. Now, I don't know how anything else works in here, and we'll get to it when we get to it. But the way he presents it, it's just like he's exhausted. He's not angry. Well, he is. He's perturbed. He's put upon. He's exhausted by the rat race.
He's had enough. He's had enough of other people, and he very specifically wants to make them disappear. And you could say they're both a sort of introvert, Archie and Henry Bemis from Time Enough at Last. But Henry was just, not treated too well. And he was over encumbered by his love of books, which made his social abilities not as refined. But he wasn't the one who chose for all the people to go away. That wasn't his choice. In this one, it is our main character's choice.
Like Bemis, just leave me alone. Let me read my books. I'm not hurting you.
That's all I want.
That's it.
In
That's
fact,
all.
I'll share my books with you. Look at this
Would you
book
like
of
to read some?
poetry.
I'll read
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah,
And so
he's
this guy's just like that person over there, the way they tap their fingers or chew on their pencil. I wish they wouldn't do that. It's horrendous. Horrendous.
Mhm. Yeah,
If
he's
they didn't
annoyed by
exist,
everything and everyone.
what is it? It's like I heard an old joke. I think it was Kevin Pollak, and he was talking about, it's like, have you ever? No, it doesn't matter. And he was like, isn't it bad that if you're sitting in traffic and you're like, I would get to where I'm going so much faster if half of these people died, just were gone. There.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
It might have
that's
been
why
Richard Jenny. It might have been Richard Jenny.
I think that's why Archie is so fed up with people, is because he actually is paying attention to reality, whereas Bemis was lost in his escapism, his fantasy world of literature, that nobody really bothered him, and he just wanted to share what he loved.
It was Paul Reiser. Anyway, now I think I've covered my bases. But yeah, absolutely. And this is a situation of Archie. I don't know. Archie just wants to look at a swimming pool, and if there's anybody in it, he just wants to snap his fingers and make sure that there are no other people around at any given moment.
That's the only way to make sure nobody's peed in that pool.
Well, and that's because Archie wants to pee in the pool. It's his pool. That's how you mark your territory, Joe.
No. Only.
So you're saying I don't
that.
own 47 pools?
No.
Oh, damn it. That's why
Nobody's supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to mark your territory. Anyway, never mind. Moving on.
Why aren't we moving on? Where are the slides?
Yeah.
I pressed play, but it's like stuck on this area. Is that forever?
Well, it's like an infinity reflection, kind of.
Happened.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, is it frozen?
Oh,
it's frozen.
Know.
That's why I won't move. I have to close it.
Frozen.
Okay. Hold on. It's at 1424. I have to close the slides and reopen them. And so you have
Entropy
to
Manor is here and says he may be a jerk, but he's not wrong. People are the problem. I've been told that. But the thing is, and we'll get there. We'll talk about people being the problem shortly. DJ Play Nice points out that he's probably a Rogers with a D and not just a straight Mr. Rogers. And wait, that was fine. Pete G says, I met Mr. Rogers when I was 5 years old. It was like meeting Elvis. Absolutely. I can only imagine. Envious. But everybody's life paths are different. So.
Oh, yes. I like that.
Yours is just better than mine. Anyway.
Like
Siggy says, won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Oh, geez.
Hello, neighbor. Kimberly Anhart.
Hey, Kim. I'm sorry I turned on the in Greece, we can't have YMCA, but we have a lot of guys' bars. Delightful. Hi, Kim. Super Fabu. We're just talking about a dude named Archibald Horcrux.
Horcrux. Yeah, that's right. He split his soul. That's why there was. Oh, wait. No, see, I can't talk about this episode without talking about the part of the episode I want to talk about. Now I'm having ear trouble with this.
We'll get there.
That would have been a good joke, but I'd be revealing something we're not at yet. He's just like, oh, you're crazy. You want to delete everybody.
Yes, and that is the appropriate response.
The glove cleaner says, let's all be curmudgeon-y. Yes, that's the perfect word for Archie. He is curmudgeon-y.
Hey, Gustafson, why don't you do a favor for the world? Pull your lip above your head and swallow. That's my pretty bad Walter Matthau impression.
Well, Well, now it's lunchtime, and you can see this cafeteria has some food dispenser boxes, which look like a lot of fun. They've got hot food, pastry, and coffee. I've
Now,
never
okay.
gotten a hot meal from a vending machine before. It seems fun.
There were these crazy restaurants, I guess you would call them, that were in New York, at least New York and Los Angeles, maybe? I don't know. I think it was only New York. And it was called it wasn't a Replomat, because that's from Deep Space Nine. Automat. And so there were these shelves where people would put food into the things, and you would go, and there'd be a little window, and you could press a button, and they take the food, and then they replenish it from behind a wall. And apparently it had the best coffee ever. So I do not doubt that these vending machines in a break room at an insurance company exist, in terms of, yes, you can buy lunch here, and it just comes out like he gets a TV dinner, essentially. Is that like 1961 being able to get a vending machine TV dinner? And I guess they stock it like an hour before everybody gets off of lunch. And so if you're like important, you get to have like Salisbury steak with powdered mashed potatoes or whatever, which is apparently what Archie's having. And so I'm fascinated by the vending machines that are there, because the 60s loved vending machines. Everything was going to be a robot. Look at the Jetsons, although that was from 1970, but still. That was my rant about the automat.
Well, to see the really good vending machines, I think you have to go to Japan, but I'd have to ask a Canadian Spider-Man about that. I think I missed his Japan live stream.
I've never been. I'm looking forward to it.
So Henry or Jimmy Olsen was saving a seat for Beechcroft, and because he felt bad about spilling coffee on him.
Which is basically Henry's entire character, is that he's just the guy who shows up and christens Archie with coffee every day, maybe twice a day.
Well, yes, especially now. Twice a day is here, because he also gets really excited and spills his coffee on him again. Henry was trying to make up for spilling the coffee, so he bought him a book. He went out of his way to go get him a book called The Mind and the Matter: How You Can Achieve the Ultimate Power and Concentration. And Beechcroft
sounds like a bunch of commie gobbledygook.
Well, he says it sounds like the cult. But Henry says, "Oh, I saw it work. My friend used the powers of concentration, and he made a lady buy a chartreuse, and specifically an orange scarf." And then Henry spills coffee everywhere again.
Like, I just don't know what this guy does.
No, I don't know either, but he reminds me of my kid always spilling her drinks. It's
who puts this guy in charge of coffee?
I know. let's get the guy who spills coffee on everybody to get the coffee.
Yeah, but he's got no equilibrium. Mr. Rogers, you have to listen to me.
So Beechcroft begins to read the book, and he continues to read the book. We get a montage of reading the book. He goes back home. He's on the subway. He's still reading the book. He gets pretty far throughout the book during the workday, because by the time he gets on the subway, he's almost done with it. He's more than halfway through.
Can you imagine how happy Beamish would have been? Bemis?
To get this book? Yeah.
Yeah, just to be... Yeah. Nobody's bothering him about reading.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing this with his personality instead of this guy's personality. That might be an interesting episode.
Yeah, but you know what I also want to see? I want to see Archie play Bemis.
That could be interesting too. I don't think Bemis would choose to vanish people.
Well, no, I don't think Bemis would, but I'm just saying, if you had Archie's personality being in the same situation,
except maybe his wife.
Books, And he comes to the same conclusion. And he's like, oh, okay, this would be so much better if there were no people. Now, remember that Bemis got really upset. He was like, well, if I'm the only person here, I don't want to be here. And then he finds the books. And then he's like, I'm fine being here. And then he breaks his glasses. Spoiler.
Yes.
But I
Spoiler
think
for my favorite episode.
But if you have Archie playing the same or in the same story, then he just wants to read. Everybody's bothering him. He's angry. And then by no fault of his own, all of the people disappear. And he's like, this is amazing. This is everything I've always wanted. No people. And then the slump in the middle where he's at his lowest point, he's like, yeah, but I'm bored. What do I do? And then he comes across a library and then he breaks his glasses because it's like, oh, what it was going to replace people. I thought I wanted all the people gone. And now the people are all gone and I'm bored. And now I found a library.
But
and
if
I
it
can
was
read
just
all these books and then I break my glasses. So no,
but
that's over.
it's just but Archie is not legally blind like Bemis was. So he just be like, oh, I'm only slightly nearsighted, so I can still read this book.
I guess. I'm just saying,
So,
if we're going to
it's not the
juxtapose
same
the two
tragedy.
positions, no, but again, but the the elevation of Bemis in Archie's position is sort of the same deal. It's like he's like, I don't like people. I don't like people. Well, now you can wish away people so you can read all you want. And then he realizes that he's not fulfilled by just reading books and he needs people to talk to. And so then he says, you know what? You're right. I don't mind the distraction from my reading. It's what makes reading it so special is that I have to set aside time for it specifically. And then, whatever genie, because he read this magic book, is like, okay, you broke the spell. And then the people come back and we close the episode with him reading a book. And then someone says, oh, no, Henry shows up and pours coffee on him. And he's like, it's all right, Henry. It's all right.
You just said the whole episode. Thanks, guys.
I know.
Now. Goodbye, everybody.
See, that's
Good
it.
night.
Roll credits.
Do we want to talk about the episode now? You just said
yes, please. Let's go. He's reading a magic book.
Okay. No, but the thing is, I think that they're different because Archie is more antisocial, and I think Bemis is a true introvert, and I think those things are kind of different. Anyway,
I guess
Beechcroft is convinced now that he can use his powers of concentration. So now he's a believer. He's a believer in the powers of concentration. He closes the window on the cacophony of the noise outside. And now the test is here. His rent is due. The landlady is knocking on the door to collect. And so he begins to concentrate.
Yes.
And he concentrates to make her go away. Because, he doesn't want to pay his rent right now.
Yeah, and I thought that was an interesting intrusion into his life, that he was able to just blink away. It's like, oh, so you're just shirking your responsibility with this? I thought this was a psychological issue. You were upset with the day-to-day life, but now you're just removing people from existence who you have a responsibility to because you don't like responsibility to other people. Wow, I think I just cracked the episode. I don't like Mr. Guy.
I don't like Archie either.
He's charming.
He's a jerk.
Like, he's charming as a jerk, but he's a bad person.
Today, the landlady. Tomorrow, the world.
There is a little bit of impish glee that I appreciate from that performance, because you could make that
the
sinister.
Performance is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could make that really sinister. And he's just so happy. So
he's so delighted. It's like Christmas has come.
Yes.
And indeed, he wakes up the next day and he's going to work and he concentrates and everybody vanishes. So and where are they going? To the penalty box? Where are they going exactly? The cornfield?
They're going to a farm upstate. I don't know. I thought that they were going to do something clever and show him just relaxing, even though the people were still around him.
Yeah, but he just goes to work. How unimaginative is he?
Well, he's not. He's a creature of habit. Also, who's driving the train?
He is with his concentration.
Oh, that okay, sure. I guess if we got this far and all the people are vanished, then yes, he is omnipotent.
Right. He's playing God.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and he sucks at it.
Yeah, he's not good at it. No. He doesn't know. He doesn't have, it's either all or nothing with him.
Yeah, which is, and that's the thing, is that there is so much more. Like the only thing, never mind. Oh, we'll get there when we get there. I don't want to, you already gave me guff for spoiling the entire episode already.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he succeeded in getting rid of everyone. Nobody is here.
Who made the coffee?
He even concentrates the door open. And when he concentrated the door open, that's when I realized he concentrated the train to drive where he wanted.
That makes sense.
The coffee? Who did make the coffee? Uh-oh. I don't have an answer for that one, Scott.
Well, he probably concentrated.
Yeah.
Like when he was in the elevator, he concentrated.
Maybe.
Can you imagine how much stuff you could get done if you concentrated? This episode has changed my entire philosophy on life.
All you have to do is... That's right. You can focus.
Thanks, Archie.
There's time now.
Yeah, exactly. Wrong episode. And then also, anyway, so...
The streets are empty, but he's still at work.
I like that shot.
Are these?
I did like that shot.
Yeah, I did too. Are these like models or are these? Who did this?
I don't know. I am of a mind that it's just like a picture taken in New York at like 6 a.m. on a Sunday in 1960.
Mm-hmm. And nobody cleaned it up.
No one cleaned it up. It's New York.
Right. So
you can't get rid of the tank. There's no personality without the tank.
So Archibald's gotten rid of everybody, but that pesky clock is still making noise. So he stops that too. And he pulls out a file and he heads to his desk to continue work as if anybody needed him to. Even though there's no one to work for now for the insurance company. And he's very happy. He's singing a song. He's typing away. He has some bliss. Even hours later, he's still humming his song, singing along.
Kimberly Ann Hart in the chat says, let's see. Is the whole world with a globe empty?
Yes.
How did that happen?
He concentrated. He read this book that told him how to concentrate and banish people. It makes no sense, Kimberly Ann Hart. This is the Twilight Zone.
Oh,
so he just,
you know what? I love it. Thank you, Kim.
He didn't even need any kind of gauntlet or infinity stones. He got rid of everybody, not just 50%.
Support your local library, everybody. Read a book. You'll be able to concentrate the rest of the world out of existence.
Yes. Let's make everybody believe that and see how many people actually read.
Well, but you're never going to find out because someone's going to go and find that book and someone's going to read it and then they're going to concentrate really, really hard. And all of a sudden, poof, I'm fucking, as you said, Thanos. Sorry about the swear. I got blipped.
Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't know it if it happened. So he also makes a paper airplane, and now his reflection is starting to talk to him. He's breaking pretty easily, saying too much of a good thing, and telling him how bored he is.
Yes. I wonder who's going to refill the water cooler.
That's a good question because they could start growing algae if you don't keep that fresh.
You know how you get rid of that algae?
exchange it every day, and so you don't need
No,
to worry about
concentrate,
that.
Jill. The
Oh, you
answer is concentrate.
Oh, dang it. And Beechcroft says, and I, Archibald Beechcraft, have done away with them for good and all. For good and all. You're bored. You don't have one idea how to occupy your time. And so, yeah, he is bored. He throws his little airplane. And
It was a good
admits
throw. It was a good airplane. I have to
it was
say,
a
I
good
want to give
airplane.
ups. It was good because when I'm not all that aerodynamic when it comes to my airplane folding, my airplane origami. And whenever I think I've done a really good job, I throw it, sucks. So I recognize when someone does a really good job. When you can throw a paper airplane as if it were a dart towards a dartboard, you have origamied an excellent airplane.
It's agreed.
Twilight Zone.
Okay, so one day we're gonna have an airplane, a paper airplane competition.
I don't know how to judge this, especially not over like webcam.
Well, we'd each have to have our
Can we get back to the episode
own-
before we start deciding on the anti-derivative Jill air show?
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I mean, because we can each have yardsticks anyway.
Yes,
Let's face it, you are bored to tears. Solitude is one thing, but loneliness.
Oh, did that get cut off?
No,
Or
I
did you
heard the whole thing. It
okay.
ended with
I didn't.
it. Yeah, I got it.
Ended with what? Lonely?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's how it's supposed to end. It cut off for
Great.
me. Because StreamYard is
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah. Well, it might be the thunder showers. That's or it's on.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is that he's so bored, and is this where
speaking of
he
thunder
conjures
showers.
up? Is it thunder showering for you?
No, not yet, but shortly.
So
I haven't wished for it yet.
Archibald is bored, so he conjures up a thunderstorm. That doesn't help. So then he conjures up an earthquake, and that just scares him. So that's not good. So then he goes back home on the train.
What kind of an idiot asks for give me an earthquake? It's like this is a man who if asked for something interesting, his first thing is if you're playing Sim City and you're like, I want to fix stuff for a little while. I want an earthquake because that'll break stuff. Is that excitement or is that vandalism? And then he says, I want an electrical storm, which is the thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. But it's like, why is that? Go to a movie, bud. Just concentrate.
Yeah, his ideas are very narrow focused onto like you said, his routine. He doesn't think outside of his normal days. He's been stuck in such a rut that he doesn't even he can't even imagine what to do, even when he's given full freedom of the world right under his feet.
Well, and he did destroy the entire human population.
Yeah.
So
and
he could have done earthquakes and lightning storms before, and that would have killed people, which is what this guy wanted in the first place. I guess he didn't want them to suffer. So
maybe he didn't want them to suffer.
Out of existence.
But why didn't he just I'm not saying this is any better, and it would have been darker if he just thinned out the population to what he wanted. So that there's still people, but not too many. But
we're still only 15 years away from the end of World War II. Things are coming up. People are finding out stuff. So maybe wholesale genocide isn't something that they wanted to be like, exactly. Oh yeah, that's our protagonist.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with this episode is that it makes you think that the protagonist is capable of genocide. So that's
doesn't make you think, shows that he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Maybe what I was thinking is that they would show the consequences of there being no people. Like a nuclear plant would explode because nobody's there to keep track of the levels
Well,
of things.
again, it's 1961. This episode was 25 minutes long. So we're not going to show the actual. It is a character study about how an asshole learns that he's an asshole. That's all this is.
That's it. If it were made 20 years ago, we should have had Bill Murray in this role.
Yeah, we did. It was called Scrooged. And that was in like 1990, 89? 90?
I think he would have been great. Okay, so I have
Actually,
this.
It might be earlier. Anyway, it's the 2 hour. That is an incredible moment. But that's an incredible moment. Is that he's finally free to vandalize something, a perfume ad. And he's so pleased that he ruined something or made a joke or whatever, however you feel vandalism on the things is. And then he looks around to see if anybody else is laughing. And he's like, oh, shit, I'm never going to be able to make anybody else laugh.
And no one's there to care one way or the other.
Yeah, what's the point? If someone makes a really good joke in an empty world and no one is there to hear it, does anybody laugh?
And that's what finally gets him to realize that, yeah, so what? He doesn't like people, but he still needs someone. His reflection was even like, it's impossible to like Archie because then his reflection says, why don't you get a dog? And he's like, I don't really like animals.
Well, at least he did. You know what? That would be funny is if because he only asked for all the people to go away. It would be funny if he was like walking the streets and all. It was just like dogs and elephants and camels and like, yeah.
Why would there be elephants?
I don't know, because it's a television show from 1961 and then you get them all there and then you have him concentrate and he gets rid of them all.
That would be one of the consequences to having no people is that nobody's manning the cages at the zoo, so there's an outbreak and he gets chased by a lion.
But you know how he's going to get out of it.
He's got to concentrate.
He's got to concentrate. That's the thing. He's really got to just put his mind to it. I will be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Okay, so he doesn't want a dog, and yeah, he doesn't even like animals. Let's see where we are in the chat. I haven't checked out the chat in a little bit. And Scotty here at 37 is stepping away. Let's see, single double Windsor. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Where were we? His takedown of M5 was great. Then we have. Oh, okay. Peachy met Mr. Rogers. We read that one. He may be a jerk, but he's not wrong. And so he actually achieved his goal of taking out all the people. Automats, yeah. Scotty really knew about those automats. I've never used one. The glove cleaner says, what's about to say? That's sounding kind of Nietzsche stuff. Kimberly continues to read the book. Oh, what is Kimberly reading? Studying gymnastics. Okay. Wow. That's impressive. I tried to pour orange juice with my mind because the carton said, concentrate. I was waiting for a joke like that. Thank you. Thank you for keeping the dad jokes up during this live stream, PG. I knew I could count on you. And FKHC 2005 says, and the nuclear plants too. Enjoy the fallout for the meltdown. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying also, is that so many things would just be destroyed if all the people instantly vanished. FKHC 2005, thank you so much for supporting this live stream and my channel as a result. We've got $5. Thank you for the $5. And thus ends the one and only meeting of the Dennis Weaver fan club. That is until I review a Dennis Weaver movie. I'm not saying that I will, though. So I guess I shouldn't tease that. But let's see. What should we play for you? I don't have any Dennis Weaver in my clips, that's for sure. Oh, but since we talked about the original series today, let's play this.
I would never live in the 24th century. I fucking hate the next generation. Only the original series, only classic.
I always love that clip, even though I still love the next generation. That still makes me happy. Also, True Romance.
That would be amazing.
It would be cool. It would be a real...
Captain Kirk. That would be
I know.
cool.
Are you just jukeboxing now? Oh, wait, no, there was a... yeah, thank you, FKHC 2005.
That's it. You got it. I had a super chat. I had to jukebox for a minute.
Of course.
It was a required jukebox. Also, I have to step away, too, for just a couple minutes. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okie-doo. The glove cleaner says, Dennis Weaver in The Touch of Evil. Come on now. He's great. He is great. And Sig Baldison says, here, here. And Kim's like, okay. Oh, there was something that I saw that you said, Kim. Although I did like this PG. I tries to pour orange juice on with my mind because the cotton said concentrate. I don't know why I did a Cosby impression. I apologize. This is what happens. This is just what happens. It's all part of the show, everybody. Well, it's incredibly hot outside. Oh, what? The glove cleaner says, was about to say that's sounding kind of Nietzsche stuff. I've heard of Nietzsche. I think I got one of their albums. Oh, here we go. Kimberly Ann Hart says Disney Plus original Goosebumps canceled after 2 seasons. The only reason I know R.L. Stein is because those are the letters that they give you at the end of every episode of Wheel of Fortune, I think. RSTLNE. And then aside from that, I never read any of the books, never saw any of the movies. And until this moment, I was unaware that there was a Goosebumps television show on Disney Plus. So believe me, I am heartbroken and beside myself because I learned of art and found out it had been destroyed. So I understand and feel your pain. I've actually been wondering for a little while. I'm like, what am I looking forward to right now in terms of television shows? Apparently the Alien Earth is just coming up. And I'm gonna try and watch it, but again, it's on Disney Plus, and I am not a person who subscribes. That's if I can get a physical media of anything made by Disney, I get it. But it's going to be a sad day in hell. Actually, it might be a very joyous day in hell.
Hey,
when I get a Disney Plus subscription, because no. Hi. I was just finishing.
What are you getting Disney Plus for?
Well, we were talking about, Kim had said earlier that Goosebumps got canceled after 2 seasons on Disney Plus, and I said, I don't know nothing about the Disney Plus except for Wheel of Fortune, and the Goosebumps. Because of Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, but if you don't have any nostalgia, for Goosebumps, then why would you watch the TV show?
I don't know. Maybe it's a capable reboot. Only reason that someone would bring it up, like I don't know if it was a Victorious it's been canceled, or if it's
but Goosebumps is just
its death.
It's horror junior, like Are You Afraid of the Dark from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, same thing. Never saw it.
Yeah, I loved both of those things when I was a kid. But
well, you can hear about it next week on our new podcast. Millennial Nerf horror.
Yeah, exactly. Nerve horror. Well, no, but there's some good stuff. I want to compare the creepy. I want to compare the creepy ventriloquist episode of the Twilight Zone to the one from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
They both have one. They both have a camera episode too. Yeah, now that I think about it, Are You Afraid of the Dark nicked a lot of Twilight Zone.
I like how you said nicked instead of just flat out ripped off.
No, it was just kind of yoink. This is mine now. But we'll put kids in it. Anyway.
Back to Archie.
He doesn't like dogs, so he has no soul. And so... But he realizes he's too lonely. He can't handle having nobody. He has to have somebody. So he decided to bring people back, but not as they were before. Now he will bring back the people in his own image. Everyone will look like him and talk like him and be like him because he likes himself. So surely he will be okay with exact copies of himself running around everywhere.
It was this day that Archie learned the value of projection.
Yeah, he learned. Actually, this was the day he learned how insufferable he is.
Yes. See, Walter Matthau. That looks like him.
Well, he wants 10 cents for that paper, or he's going to call the cops on you.
I'm glad that Archie really... cops never showed up.
Archie, oh man. Yeah, he just concentrated and everybody reappeared just like him.
We do have an astronomical update, not hyperbolic. Perfect. Greek Letters says, just watch the night sky. It's raining meteors over here. Literally, I shit you not. Yeah, I heard that there was going to be some wonderful sky stuff happening this month, this time of year, and in this location. And so, yeah, good for you. Way to see it. That's a once in a lifetime thing. Way to see the sky.
It's beautiful. Although I have to say, it's not exactly uncommon to be able to see meteors. It's just that you need to not have a ton of light pollution where you are. I've seen a ton of them in the hill country where there's less light pollution. But that's beautiful. That's wonderful, Greek Letters, that you've got. Well, I guess what might be rare is getting a ton of them, and that is more rare. And just having to stare at the sky for an hour before you get one or two. But raining meteors, that's cool.
Yeah, like if it looks like Anakin and Obi-Wan are rescuing the Chancellor from the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, then you're having a blast, dude. Like, I would love to see that from underneath. I like the rain fire from the sky. That's just great. I've never really had the opportunity to see the Northern Lights. That's something that would blow my mind as well. I know that that's a much more regular occurrence, but it does depend on solar winds and storms and such. But anything that happens
you've got to be in a certain geographical location to regularly see the Northern Lights. I haven't seen them either.
Apparently there's going to be like an eclipse happening soon. They're like, but only if you live in Spain. And it's like, oh, I thought I would get all of the celestial shows because I lived on Earth, but apparently it is dependent on your tickets.
Right.
Anyway, thank you. Sorry, but that was the news. Thank you, Greek Letters.
Yes, thank you for the astronomical news in Greece. It's raining meteors over there. It may be raining in Canada soon.
Oh, no.
So
oh, yeah, no water.
About all of them. Mm-hmm. So there's one thing about this episode that's a little bit funny, are these Archibald masks that everybody's wearing.
Yes.
But the best part is when Shelley Berman actually becomes all the people.
Yes.
Especially this lady.
But I
And
thought
have
that they... Okay, so go back to the masks.
I will go back to the masks in just a second. You have to see
Okay.
this first.
All right, let's see it.
Will you please get off my foot, you ugly little man?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Like, not reactionary, not hysterical, just demeaning. That's the way that's Lady Archie. That's Archie.
That is Lady Archie. It is. And it was his idea. He said, I never saw the script till I arrived in Hollywood. The scene where I play a woman in the elevator was my idea, Rod was on the set when we were rehearsing with Buzz Kulik, a fine director, by the way, and he asked me what I thought about playing all these roles. I told him, well, it's fine, Rod, but I think you are missing something the audience needs for a laugh. And he asked me what it was, and I told him I thought I should be a woman somewhere. And he told me, I'll fix that for you. And that he did. And we got woman Shelley Berman, which is fun.
Well, you don't really have to change Shelley's name. Shelley Berman, Shelley
That's right.
Berman. I know
really
Shelley
works.
is Sheldon for actually, yeah, no, is to be Sheldon if you're a guy, and then I guess if you're called Shelley as a woman, your name is Michelle.
Well, and Shelley couldn't be everyone. They didn't have the technology. So most of the duplicates are wearing these funny looking masks. And we will go back to the masks.
And I just want to point them out because this is, HD updated 35 millimeter film. It is it is a preservation that is important. However, if you remember 1961, they did not necessarily have the highest definition of televisions. So these masks, they're close enough. Like, they are close enough for 1960s.
I think even on a 15-inch I think if I had my 15-inch, I could still see that these were not really. They don't really. So I've got this from The Companion by Mark Scott Zicree. He says he's got this by Buzz Kulik. Don't call me sir. Kidding. I just wanted to make a Peanuts joke. The first batch he made just didn't seem to look like Shelley at all, says director Buzz Kulik. And I'm not sure that they ever looked like Shelley. The problem is, when you do television, you can't say, let's just wait another 3 or 4 weeks and take another shot at it. So what they made was good enough. So they put some paste all over Berman, and whatever they got. And that was this.
And I like it.
Yeah. Me too.
Although it is creepy. Like, if you put that, like, considering the tone of the episode, if you put that up as like some sort of banner, creepy. It looks super creepy.
And he doesn't seem much happier with everyone, even though they're all like him. Well, now he has to get face to face with his personality in all of these people behaving like him and seeing how annoying he actually is. And he even one of these people complain about complaining. And this is kind of like, well, a worse version of having children. Children are great because they're also different from you, but they're also the same as you sometimes. And sometimes they have some of your faults. And you're like, oh, why are you doing that? Don't do that. And then you realize, wait, that's something that I do. And there's no better way to see that than through seeing yourself duplicated.
Well, I don't have any personal experience with the duplication application, but yeah, I would never wish this. I would never concentrate so hard that everyone was like me.
Yeah.
Also, this is a lot of concentration, don't you think?
It is. He's got a lot of concentration in him.
He's summoned people now, and he's created them in his own mission, in his own image. Like that's
Yes.
literally God level concentration.
Right, and each one of them has a different way of. Well, they're
Telling him
all
to F off. Yeah.
exactly. All I'm trying to say is that they're only portraying his character trait of not liking other people. So it's just you're Archie and I don't like you, and none of these Archies like any of these other Archies.
Our protagonist eliminated the population of Earth.
Yes, and replace them all with himself.
Yes, and no wonder they're like, "You're dick."
It was it took not more than 15 minutes for Beechcroft to say, "Wait a minute, I don't like this at all." And he says,
A lot of me is just as bad as a lot of them.
Yep.
mm-hmm. "Yeah, I wouldn't do this either, except for the way I have done it, which is natural." And
what?
I don't know. Well, having kids.
Okay.
Anyway,
like you're the one who's saying we can't call you mom, and then you bring up motherhood. I guess you're allowed. You're a mom. Thanks, mom.
Yeah, I am. I am a mom. I'm just not your mom. Well, okay.
Anyway, I never said you were. You're not my real mom.
Exactly. You're always saying that. But here's this guy though, whose belief in his antisocial tendencies are so strong, but he just gives up so quickly. I don't know. I feel like he could have had a little more fun with this. But like you said,
he works
it's only
in insurance. He is so unimaginative. Of course, he could have had more fun with it. If he were thinking, he would have built a ledger to figure out what he wanted and then concentrated on that. The man is responding to this incredible power from the magic book in the same regard that like a genie pops out of a bottle and you're like, I want no one here. And then it's like, the downside is he's going to get bored. I want lots of me here. You're kind of a dick. And then he's like, I don't know how to work with you, Genie. And
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Dying to say that this entire time. He brings everybody back the way they were.
Yes.
Which is the happy ending. Like, that was unexpected for me. I was expecting something twisted to happen, like it usually does with the Twilight Zone. But instead, we get a complete happy ending here. Where Henry is even back spilling coffee on Beechcroft again, but this time Archie is not so upset. He, I think, has learned to appreciate humanity just a little bit more. His heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Okay, let's reel it in.
Yeah, if you reel it back, you can put Archie's face on the Grinch and say, all the noise.
I don't know. I don't give him that much credit. I don't think that he learned that other people are okay. I think that he learned how to suffer the indignity, but understand that the indignity is required for his own personal progress. He can't be bored. He needs a challenge. And yes, these people still fucking suck. Sorry about the swear. But kind of need him.
Okay, fine. His heart grew 1 size.
I accept the 1 size. Yes.
And
he's got
I'm just
twice the size. Yes.
I'm glad that this was written in 1961. If it were written today, I think that all of my fears would have happened. I think that he would have thinned the population to his will, and it would have been way more sinister and way darker.
Oh yeah, he would have got killed
today. Yes.
Yeah, he would have got killed.
He would have constructed his own end as he ended others. But this is a for an episode that lets you poof people out of existence. This is a crazily happy ending for Twilight Zone, because we hope that he learned some kind of lesson, some kind of kindness towards humanity.
And he didn't even have to, like, dream.
Right. So, closing narration, Mr. Archibald Beechcroft, a child of the 20th century who has found out through trial and error, and mostly error, that with all its faults, it may well be that this is the best of all possible worlds. People notwithstanding, it has much to offer. Tonight's case in point in the Twilight Zone. So, yes,
Yeah.
you're right. He still thinks people are annoying, but now they have something to offer. And he didn't just get annoyed with Henry, he took one of the coffees. He saw the good in the annoying.
Yes.
He realized he was an asshole. You're right.
And
That
this
was
is the
this
day
episode.
that Archibald P. Noseworthy stopped concentrating.
That's right.
He
He gave
never
up his
concentrated
powers.
again.
Mhm.
And the world was a better place.
Right. Except when he was at home and he needed to turn off the light.
The only person he didn't bring back was his landlady, because F rent.
But wouldn't somebody else be coming for the rent? Oh.
Okay, this is the only thing that Archibald ever did. He just concentrated on not paying rent, and he never had to a day in his life again.
Whoa.
I know. That's the power of concentration, Jill.
That's pretty good. That's pretty deep.
Well, no, it's just a bunch of hogwash.
It is. But just to imagine, he's decided he's not going to be Thanos anymore. But he's still gonna use his powers so that he can live. You know, he's still in the rat race. He still has to make money to go shopping, but he doesn't have to pay the rent or the utilities.
That's it. That's it. That's all he wants to get out of.
Yeah, and the best way to get away with something is to keep it on the down low and just use it for, things
That's
that
it.
nobody's going to pay attention to.
Like, do you have any
like
idea
that.
how much effort you have to spend to get all people on Earth to go away? That's a lot. Do you know how much effort?
Aged.
Yeah, of course you would shrivel up like that Donovan from the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. But like, if you're just concentrating on like, don't pay rent, don't pay rent, don't pay rent. Like, I'm pretty sure that that's a superpower that you can just have in the background. And if that's his superpower, I'm pretty sure Archie is never paying rent ever again.
Right on. So I want to read the previews to the next story before we continue our discussion on Archibald.
Okay, I'll be back in a second. Because I don't know if I'm going to be here this week, so I don't want spoilers.
Well, but next week are the amazing episodes that you don't want to miss next week. Next week are the 2 last episodes of season 2. We're finishing off season 2 next week, no matter who's here or who's not here. Whatever happens, next Tuesday, we're going to have the last 2 episodes of season 2 called Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up? And The Obsolete Man. And if you're a Twilight Zone fan, you know both of these episodes. These are big ones. So the preview is, it's been said that singularly the most difficult feat of all mankind is to find a needle in a haystack. On the Twilight Zone next time, we do one better. We pose a problem of finding a Martian in a snowbank. It all adds up to a kind of extraterrestrial who's who with a couple of laughs and more than a couple of tensions. We recommend this to the space buffs and the jigsaw puzzle addicts. On the Twilight Zone next time, our story is called Will the real Martian please stand up? And then also next week we have the Obsolete Man with a recurring guest star. Mr. Burgess Meredith is no longer Mr. Burgess Meredith is no stranger to the Twilight Zone, but his role in next week's story is a unique one, even for him. The time will be the future. The place, just about anywhere where men have been taken over by a machine state. Our story is called The Obsolete Man. It may chill, it may provoke, but we're rather certain it'll leave a mark. Next week on The Twilight Zone, The Obsolete Man. And if you're still with us, please check out our poll. We've got a poll going on. Which episode do you like better, Shadow Play or The Mind and the Matter? And I can't wait to hear what you have to say about which episode you like better and why as we close out this edition of our Twilight Zone reviews. And to further that, I will check out the chat and see what I've missed. I don't like to miss what you have to say, and so I'm going to check it out here. Kimberly Ann Hurt is wondering if she needs some insurance. I'm not sure if that's because you're talking about the gymnastics or the fact that Archibald worked at an insurance company. Either way, that is very topical to our episode. And in any case, Kimberly is enjoying the show. A little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants. Thank you, Peachy, for that poetry. New Star Trek content is airing at the moment. My only question to that is Otoy doing it? And if not, I'm probably not interested. Who's doing it? What is going on? I don't know. Has Secret Hideout been let go yet? Is really what I'm waiting for. Greek Letters Larson asks whether or not it's an alien invasion, and that that's a bummer. Could it be raining money? That would be so much better. But meteors are cool too. He had the power of 10 Grinches plus 2. That's right. The Grinch was super strong. He was able to pick up all the Christmas stuff in all of Whoville. But this Archie guy could get rid of all the population. Can you imagine if the Grinch had the possibility of getting rid of all the Whovians?
Not Whovians, the Who's in Whoville. Not the Whovians.
I realized my mistake when I said it, but you know what? I'm not wrong. If you said, what are they called? What do you call the Who's in Whoville? They would be called Whovians too.
They'd be Whovians, yeah, totally. I thought they were just the Who's, though.
Yeah, they are just the Who's, but I've created
now
my
you've
own
decided.
lore.
Exactly. Now every Doctor Who is a Christmas special.
Whovillians. There it is. PG, you're right. Okay, I'm corrected. They're called the Whovillians. So 2025 then for the Obsolete Man. Yeah, next Tuesday we're doing the Obsolete Man, and will the real Martian please stand up? New Star Trek content. How about no? Well, yes. Right now, how about no? But I hope one day to be excited for Star Trek. I miss that feeling, which I had for some brief moments, and those moments were dashed. Like I just want to. Yeah. I want to have good Star Trek too. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But we've got a poll, and I'm going to end it.
Let's end the poll.
Yes, let's put the poll out of its misery.
Oh yeah, what if the Who's in Whoville are Whovians? Does that make the Grinch the master?
Yes.
Okay, great. Got confirmation right there.
So we've got a winner. It's by the nose. Shadow play wins with 53% over the mind and the matter at 46% with 15 votes. That's a good vote because I can understand that. It's difficult to pick. The shadow play is the more classic. This is a serious Twilight Zone episode. And the mind and the matter is frivolous, fun, happy time.
Well, it's genocide with a soundtrack that sounds like riding on a buzz, riding on a buzz.
Yeah. or the other one.
What, like the Big Top Pee-wee? Like ba 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 da 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 ba ba da.
That one.
Right.
If you could ever have that be in that way.
It is my favorite episode of Deep Space Nine when Benny Hill was on.
I'm never gonna live that down, and I do it to myself. I did it to myself.
You did.
I forgot that it was Benny Russell, and I said Benny Hill. And everybody must know.
Well, you've got the yakety sax. You're okay with that flag.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Apparently, I gotta live with it.
Yeah.
FKH 2005 says no. They're listening to the Who in Whoville.
Oh, you bet.
Riding on the Magic School Bus. FKHC, do you like the Magic School Bus?
Not the Magic School Bus, the Magic Bus. It's called Magic Bus. It's a song by the Who.
I don't care. Now I kind of want to talk about the Magic School Bus.
Okay.
It's kind of one of my next to the Twilight Zone. It might be my second sci-fi, because what's more sci-fi than a magic bus that flies around the universe and turns small, like fantastic voyage.
Well, I already said that I abstained from Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps, so I'm pretty sure that I have no knowledge of the Magic School Bus.
Well, I pretty much grew up to start wearing Miss Frizzle dresses, so I think it's something that I'm going to love forever.
Okay. Well, and you know what? Mazel tov.
Yeah, Greek Letters Larson says, wait a minute. 53 plus 46 is 99. Where's the missing 1%? The poll is rigged. You could give the 1% to either choice, and the result is still the same in terms of who wins. So it doesn't tip the balance of the poll. But you're right. YouTube is not very good at math. YouTube is bad at math.
Let's just tell them I am the 1%. Like I used my vote to sway the poll. I am the 1%.
Yeah, no, Dan. Well, it was Benny Russell, which is just some guy who looks exactly like Cisco, who actually wrote Deep Space Nine as a fictional narrative inside the story. You've seen Deep Space Nine, Daniel. You're messing with me.
Far Beyond the Stars. Or Beyond the Farthest Star? I forget.
Yeah, see, Daniel watched the Magic School Bus. I have an audience here.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, I don't know what the shit you're talking about.
Well, I have
Apparently, it's an entire television series that looks like the opening to Reading Rainbow. That's all I'm getting.
No, the song is awesome. I'm going to send it.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow. You want me to keep
They
going?
even get baked in the oven, but they don't die. It's amazing.
I've been baked in an oven, and I did not die.
So Daniel's Hot Topic says Skydance, a Paramount corporation, will save Star Trek.
I have no faith in corporations. I have faith in people.
I want to believe that, but they were Paramount in the creation of JJ movies. And so that doesn't give me a whole lot of hope. However, I have yet to see what they're actually going to do with Star Trek. They have yet to do anything except giving us the relief of not forcing us to watch a season 2 of Starfleet Academy. That is the only grace they have done for us so far.
Well, you
still watching.
You sound like Archie. You're like, oh, if I concentrate really hard and I just get Alex Kurtzman out of here, everything's going to be fine. It'll all look like me. And then you're going to get...
The agony booth is a most effective means of discipline.
Sorry about that. Gavin had a request.
Even Star Trek 2009 was an attempt to... it was a response to Enterprise. People did not like Enterprise at that time, and they went back to Kirk and Spock to try and rejuvenate some interest, and it worked. And so now, when Skydance does it, and everybody's been saying, we want classic Star Trek, even though they tried horribly with Strange New Worlds, like, then you're going to get a Force Awakens of Star Trek. You're going to get, let's go back to the roots and not bring anything new to it. It's just going to be product again. And so if you enjoy it, and I might enjoy it as well. I like more than most when it comes to this.
Doomed is your soul and damned is your life.
And so, but I'm just saying, like, the new boss is probably going to be same as the old boss, and they're just going to make product. And I don't think it's going to have the same heart and soul unless other people who are more invested bring it back. I think that if you want to check something out that could possibly do that, check out the SETI Alpha 5 Con drama that was, I believe, written by Nicholas Meyer, or at least adapted from a story by him. But yeah.
Well, that would be great, except for that Secret Hideout decided to make it a dumb radio play that will never see the light of day in terms of actually being on screen.
There was a trailer for it. They have a cast.
And I want to say that you're wrong about the reboot, that they're just going to reboot everything, but that's exactly what they're saying. And that's also what Akiva Goldsman is saying, which actually really worries me. And I'm upset about that. And I don't want that. I want to go to the future. I want to see what happens after Nemesis, but not include Star Trek Picard season 3.
Oh yeah, no, I would say like start in 2437. I would say just jump another 100 years. Don't make it so distant that it's completely unfathomable.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, just like what we did with the Next Generation, it was just a couple hundred years.
Exactly.
And we can just say, this is the new crew. They understand what happened before, and they are continuing to explore Strange New Worlds, except for don't call it Strange New Worlds because that's been ruined.
I don't know what to call it. Like that would be an interesting sort of conversation, is just pitch what you would want your new Star Trek show to be.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea for a live stream. Actually, we've talked about that, but we haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Star Trek is a dead horse.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
No. Boxer is fine. Nobody took Boxer to the glue house. I haven't given up 100% hope yet.
Dracula is a dead horse that people keep beating. Like Frankenstein is a dead horse that people keep beating.
Those are public domain stories, Scotty.
No, but what I'm saying is that there are lots of very well-known stories with very well-established fandoms, and they make another one, and it's like, that one was no good. And then another one comes out, and it's like, that was very good. And it's like, they're just going to keep doing that.
But there's more people there are more people who are capable of producing those stories because it's in the public domain. With Star Trek, it's very limited. It's just Paramount, CBS, and we're under their heel to trust
we're
them
not.
to actually make something good.
Yeah.
And they haven't.
Yeah, that's
They
a
haven't.
shame. That's
They
why I don't
refuse.
watch it. Except, I watch Lower Decks and sometimes episodes of Strange New Worlds. I don't like Discovery.
None of them are any good. I don't like any of it. All of it is
Okay.
garbage and it's terrible.
It's
and I
not,
know
they
you
did.
like
They
some of
went.
it, but I
Star Trek
hate
went to
all of it.
Toronto. I was so excited.
The only good thing coming out of Star Trek is a clip he sent me of Garrett Wang and everybody giving him pips to promote him. That was the most
so put
adorable
upon.
thing.
It was cute, but he looked like he was like, "Yeah, I get the joke.
Cute.
Stop it,
It
stop it." It was 3
cute, but
minutes.
How many years has Garrett had to endure this? I just realized I had no clue this was the thing people inundated him with pips.
Yeah, well.
I feel like he might. Yeah, you're right. He did kind of feel it.
Let me alone.
Yeah,
but he's actually.
Yeah.
He really loves the fans, and he put up with it because he does.
Well, the check's
he's a
clear.
good guy. And so I think we've run this into the ground, and I've got to go. I've got to go. Got to go do stuff. So thanks again for everyone being amazingly insightful and enjoying the Twilight Zone with me. I can't wait to see you again next Tuesday in the Twilight Zone.
Concentrate.
Learn all that is learnable.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
All right, move along. Done. Stop it. Get off of the things. Go outside. Get some food. It's like, it's a time of day where you live. Go do something. Shut up, Snoopy. I don't care. You smoke too much. Let's go. Let's go adventure. Let's go explore.